Welcome back. We're here at Belletetes Andover showroom, and joining me now are Jack and Julie McCarthy. They are in charge of a new project, Dismas House, which helps take care of the formerly incarcerated here in New Hampshire. Welcome.
Thank you.
you.
Let's talk a little bit about what happens to people when they get out of prison, a little bit.
Well, one of the major issues is the fact that they get out sometimes with not very much education, with no particular job skills, with no money, no driver's license or car.
Oh, wow.
And they've been behind the walls for a period of time, and in today's age of technology, things change so rapidly
True.
that they feel lost.
Yes.
And they don't know what to do.
Right. So they're frequently back in the system very shortly.
Well, what happens, yes, they wind up with their old associates. They wind up in the streets. They wind up in cheap boarding houses where drugs are readily available. They wind up with men who will provide them with drugs in return for sexual favors. They violate parole and they're right back in.
Do you have some stories from some of the people that you've met?
Yes, as a matter of fact. We have spent quite a bit of time in the women's prison, and we've had the opportunity to interview some of the women. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. One of them, we'll call her Mary because we don't use their names for privacy rules. And we had interviewed her. She's been in and out the door 3 times. And she's an educated woman, but her family has disowned her. Her children have disowned her. She has no one to go to. And she is afraid to get out.
Oh, wow, that's hard.
And since she's been in and out 3 times, you can understand the fear that she has, because it's actually all of the women face that kind of challenge.
Particularly when there's nobody on the outside for them to go to. Yeah.
There's no structure
Right.
at all.
But it sounds like there's a group of you who are really coming to the aid of some of these people.
Yes, there's a small group of people that have become very concerned about this problem of recidivism, which in the state of New Hampshire is almost 60%.
Oh.
And when you consider that it costs the state $35,000 a year to keep someone incarcerated, that's a huge expense that falls on the state, that in turn falls on us, the taxpayers. So having spent a lot of time in the prison, we're very aware of the problem, and we've been looking for solutions, and we think we might have found one.
Okay, can you give us a little hint? We're going to have a second interview with you on another show. We're going to talk a little bit more about the project, but give our audience a little tease.
Well, the project name is Dismas Home of New Hampshire. It's a not-for-profit corporation, and it's run completely by volunteers who are passionate in the effort to reduce recidivism.
We should explain what the title means.
Okay.
Dismas was the penitent thief who hung on a cross next to Christ and asked for forgiveness and was granted it.
I love it. It's beautiful.
And we're not reinventing the wheel. There are Dismas homes in other states, but there are none in New Hampshire until now.
Oh, until now. Well, good. Well, we're going to hear a little bit more about that in another interview. Thanks for just the information on the situation. I think it's something that a lot of people really don't know about, but we're all a little smarter after your interview, and we'll catch up a little bit more about Dismas House in another interview. Thanks so much. Best wishes.
Thank you.